What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Steve Pulaski Tries It, a show dedicated to the analysis and appreciation of the products we know, love, and consume. So here we go. Thank you guys for being with me once again. Today we're going to tackle the Red Bull that I hinted at in last week's video. Last week I did Red Bull Tropical, okay, the yellow edition I believe it was called, which I really enjoyed. Probably going to make it my go-to Red Bull, even though I don't drink Red Bull that often. When I do, I'll drink that. But I hinted in the last one, I said, there's another version, I think it was Wild Berry I called it, and I said when I was at the gas station, that's what I saw, or I mean, that's what it looked like to me. I was going through really quick, had to pick something up, didn't really pay much attention. I thought it was the Wild Berry version, but it wasn't. It was the cherry edition of Red Bull. It's a variation on Red Bull Total Zero, which is the 0 calorie, 0 sugar, 0 grams of fat. That's their like completely zero version, no calories, nothing. Just like I said, just like the Red Bull for people that like probably shouldn't be drinking Red Bull, but if they're going to, they're going to drink the one that has no added calories, no added sugar, you know, the cherry way. Anyway, though, so this cherry edition, though, like I said, I got excited because I thought, like, oh, this is going to be a cherry edition of Red Bull, but then I saw Total Zero, so I'm like, okay, it's not going to be as sweet or whatever. I wonder, because I never had the Total Zero version of Red Bull. I never had the sugar-free version of Red Bull, so I don't know what the difference is, okay? So we're going to test it. We're going to try it out today. Steve Pulaski tries it. Pop the top over here. Like I said, we can't let the good times roll, you know what I mean? Because, like I said, if you go back to Lester Fixin videos, that's only for when I pop the tab off of a glass bottle. Then we can let the good times roll. But because this is a can, we just got to pop the top, okay? We can't let the good times roll. We'll let the decent average times roll whenever I pop the can of a top, whenever I pop a top of a can. Okay, anyway, getting ahead of myself. Anyway, okay, let's pour it right now. Blood red coloring. Looks like fruit punch. Forgot to say this is a 12-ounce can. Like I said, 0 calories, 1 gram of carbohydrates, less than 1 gram of protein, 0 sugars, and 0 grams of fat, okay? Caffeine content is 114 milligrams for 12 fluid ounces, okay? So, like I said, I really got to look up the calorie content, like what's like a high content, you know, what's high versus low. You know, what's average for soda versus an energy drink. I have to look that up. As you can see, though, lighting's not perfect in my dining room right here. Heavily carbonated, blood red. Looks like I said, looks like fruit punch. That's a good way to put it. Fruit punch or cherry Kool-Aid. Smells like cherry. Overwhelming cherry sensation. Has like a medicinal kick to it. Like it's got like that cough syrup kind of smell to it. You know, where it's kind of like thick and like, you know what I mean, that kind of like really almost black cherry smell. Cheers, let's try it out though. As you can see, I can kind of see my eyebrows raised on the second sip. Definitely has a tartness to it. Definitely has a little bit of a sour kick to it, which I think comes from the fact that there's no sugar. So you get more of a sour punch than you would in a regular Red Bull. It's good. It's good though. I do enjoy it. Like I said, it doesn't have sugar in it, but like I still get that kind of, you know, if you drink a soda, you get kind of like that the sugar on your teeth. You know what I mean? Your teeth kind of get a little rigid. But this has it. I wonder if it's from the caffeine or just kind of like the sweetness of it. I'm not really sure where that's coming from. Probably the added cherry flavor or something. I'm not sure. I'm really not positive on that. But because it is artificially flavored, so I bet you some of the cherry flavors come from, you know, something with a little bit of sweetener to it or something like that. But it's not bad though. I do like it. Doesn't really have that like that weird kind of taste that regular Red Bull has. Like I like when it comes to energy drinks, I've said before, I like Monster. I like Monster Rehab. That's probably my favorite energy drink. Regular Monster I do enjoy as well. And I like the one, I mentioned this whenever I talk about energy drinks, Lost Energy, which is no longer made anymore. They quit that. Had like a really cool graffiti can art. They quit making that in like 04, 05. I used to drink that when I was like, God, I'm thinking, they had to quit making it later. It might have been like 07 or so, because that's when I was drinking it. I was drinking it like 10 years old. It was good. But, explains why I'm so weird now. But I do like this. Like I said, it doesn't have that kind of like bitterness that Red Bull has. Red Bull's probably good as a chaser. I don't know, as far as like alcohol drinks mix. That's probably what it's good for. I mean, you know, I work at a liquor store, so a lot of people will buy it with like vodka or whatever. So I would imagine that it's probably a good chaser, and that's the reason people drink it. But I mean, Red Bull on its own doesn't do it for me. But anyway, out of 4 stars, I'm going to give this a 3. I like the flavor to it. It is a little bit tart, but like I said, the trade-off is that it has no added sugar to it, so that's a positive, I guess. You know what I mean? If that's what you're looking for. I don't know. My opinion is, like, when they make these, like, 0-calorie energy drinks, they do sell, but it's like, if you really don't want to drink... it kind of goes the same with diet soda in a way, the way I view it. I'm like, and like the Coke Zero caffeine free, if you don't want caffeine, well, this not in this case, but if you don't want sugar and you don't want calories, you probably shouldn't be drinking Red Bull to begin with. You know what I mean? You probably should be drinking water, like water above all, or milk, or something like that, something healthier. You know what I mean? If you're trying to cut out calories and sugar, but you're still drinking stuff like this, because I mean, if you look at the additives in this, you have a bunch of these, unpronounceable additives in sucralose, which I think is another name for sugar, xanthan gum, colors, acesulfame K, all these weird things that, like, if you're on a diet, you probably don't want to put in your body to begin with, or if you're so concerned about calories and sugar, you probably should be concerned about that. I don't know, whatever. But anyway, I give it a 3 out of 4. I enjoy it. I think it's a really decent beverage. I'll take one more sip for science. And the tart kick does soothe out. Like when you first drink it, then you'll get the tartness, but then it mellows itself out, and it becomes something that's very palatable and very drinkable. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Steve Pulaski Tries It. I dearly appreciate it. See you guys on the next one.